Yay. Hello, everybody. We're live and welcome. Hi, Marie. Nice to see you on. And Nick, how are you?
Hi, Marie. Anne Marie. I'm just sitting in my seat of joy here. That's the word for today. I don't care what's going on, the craziness within me and without me. It's just, I figure the only way to do it is sit back and laugh at it all.
Oh, totally, totally. So Jasper says hello to everybody as well. So, yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's been a crazy week here, as you all know. We had a bit of a storm blow through last week, so we didn't have a show. So I hope everybody knows that we're on this week. So, and yeah, we've done a cleanup. I don't think it was as bad as what they were predicting, but it just was consistent. It went over about 4 days full on. So yeah, so we've cleaned up and we've got Wi-Fi back on and power back on, which is really exciting. And yes, and here we are. So, and thank you for sending in, Marie. Thank you for sending in all the images. Now, I've got a bit confused because I had that week in between. I'm not sure if I even showed your ice pictures that you sent me from the week before of the mountains. So I've got them for today. Thank you. So I think I'm on track, but if I've missed someone or missed an email, let me know and I'll go back through and put it back up again. So, oh yeah, we've got Kathleen on and Christine's on. Hi, gorgeous
Hello,
ones.
ladies.
Nice to see you. So
Yeah,
nice.
to be honest, that week went by where we didn't do the show, and then another week. And I literally just contacted Marie an hour before this morning to say, I don't even know where I am anymore, like time frame wise. Are we doing the show this morning?
Exactly.
Which is
It's been really interesting. I don't know how everyone else has been, but Nick and I were just talking that on the weekend I just felt really discombobulated. I had this whole list of things I needed to be doing, like finish packing because I'm actually leaving to go to Brisbane on Thursday, and then we fly out to the US on Friday. And I had so much to do, and I was just sitting there going, I don't want to do it. What is wrong with me? And Nick was saying she'd been feeling the same way. So I'd love to know how everyone's been feeling. I feel better today. But yeah, it was definitely like this weird weekend.
yeah. And I said to Marie 2 days ago, not last night, the night before, couldn't sleep, nothing. And then I asked everybody around me, anyone that came into my presence, how's your sleep been? They said, oh, we couldn't sleep at all. Woke up at 3:00, decided just to get up, read a book. Somebody said I had a cup of tea, couldn't get back to sleep. And then I just thought, yeah, well, that makes sense because that's the energy I was feeling. But I did say to Marie, I got this image come in my awake state of 3 arrows all coming down into a point. And I feel like that I was in all 3 of those arrows. Those arrows were part of me, and I was experiencing different timelines, I guess. There's something about that. Maybe
Yes.
all converging down into something. So I'm hoping that we're in that point now where I can just settle a bit because I have been all over the shop.
And I'm so glad. This is why I love catching up with everyone here, because it just again reconfirms we're not alone in our experiences, and there's often others going through it. So it's okay. I'm not really going cray, or not that much. But I love that image that you had, because for me straight away I was picking up these feel like timelines that are merging and converging into something stronger almost. So hopefully now we can get our little acts together and start picking up the pace, as you said before. So, hi Tanya. Tanya's on. So nice to see you. So yeah, and Christine, you poor darling, you're down in Victoria. That sucks. It's only 12 degrees, which is really cold. I'm trying to. How do we convert that to Fahrenheit for you American people? Is it 2.7? It's not much. It's cool. So yeah, and it's been really hot here. Like we're still in full summer weather here. It's amazing. So Victoria gets a lot colder. So sorry about that, Christine.
That's a big jump, isn't it, from 38 down to 12?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I could never live down in Victoria. So, but so today it was like it's more again about that creating through our sleep state, our dream state. And Marie, thank you. I have been so off kilter because we had no power right up until Tuesday. And then we were cleaning up everything. Like I got ants all through my pantry and all because they were coming in because of the rain and everything. And so it took me a couple of days to clean up. So I didn't even do any ice ice experiments. So I'm really sorry. When I get back from my trip, I think I'll really start focusing on that more because I enjoy it. It's so intriguing. So yes, it's great. But so Marie, thank God.
I have been all confused and discombobulated, putting it off to moving. All of a sudden, I feel Nick today, brain functioning.
Yeah, that's so good. So yeah, so it's I'm glad, and this is why, like I say, it's so lovely that we can all realize there's something going on energetically, and our brain is. And actually, I did a beautiful gridding. I did a distant gridding on the Sunday with my friend, and a lot of it was around the brain and from almost our higher self rewiring. So there's been some brain rewiring going on. So
and I've been detecting a lot of anxiety amongst people who perhaps maybe haven't done a bit of inner work as much. So that anxiety is probably a reflection of what you've just said there.
Yeah.
The rewiring.
And our intention was for the whole earth plane so that anyone that needed support and help, they could get it. So maybe even just that gridding helped as well with people and the rewiring and the frequency change coming through. So, we don't know what we do and how powerful it actually is when we are running that frequency and having that intention.
No, it's like trying to bring the choir back into harmony. There's a few people over at the back that are out of tune. Someone's missing a beat over here. Someone hasn't even turned up. And eventually that song just comes together so beautifully. So we're working on it.
Yeah. So, yeah. Hi, Kim. Nice to see you on again too. So, so Christine, our power was down for quite a while, and we had no telephone coverage, no cell phone coverage, no Wi-Fi. My NBN box had blown up, so we were incommunicado. So I had to drive past all these trees that were down and flooded roads to go to a suburb where I could actually get some phone coverage. So it was pretty interesting. Yeah. So interesting. And Andy Sings is on too. So Christine, I am away for 5 weeks, but hopefully Elisa and I will do a live show together when I'm at her home because I'm going to Florida. So so we'll let you know when that's going to happen, and that could be, I think that's in like a week's time, so we might be able to do next week at Elisa's. Woohoo! So that's pretty exciting.
I know, it's fun.
Yeah.
Who knows what that will bring?
Who knows what that will bring? So Andy had a bit of a experience.
Oh, the ants, yes. I'm on the north coast of New South Wales, Bellingen. Bingo. This little river town was cut in half and surrounded by flood waters. And yes, the cleanup. Yeah, this is a great thing, cleaning up.
Yeah, so it's Andrea. Yeah, honestly, I'd been saying for a week, so I really want to get in and clean up all my cupboards because I knew I was going to be away, and my flatmates at the moment, they're moving out. So we've got the owner moving in, and so I really want to get it done. Well, the ants made me do it, so I am very grateful to those ants, and I blessed them as I wiped them out of my cupboards. Exactly,
because I had them crawling over my computer, I think, when we finished the show 2 weeks ago. And I'm thinking, what are all these ants? We don't normally get them, but of course, I'm in Bellingen as well, so we didn't get affected by the flooding. But years ago, before we bought land and built here, I got the download 30 feet or 30 meters. One of those, I just remember the 30 above the waterline. Just be above the waterline, then you won't have any concerns. Not that it's a risk for anyone else. And I always think about that. We are exactly that here, and I didn't know that until I checked. Because there's flooding here all the time. The river floods. It's meant to flood. So,
But it was a huge clean out, and it was so interesting because that week before, everyone that was in Queensland had that Sunday or Monday night we couldn't sleep. There was the horrible dreams. There was that feeling of anxiety, and it was like, and that was the consciousness here that had been provoked by the media, but people were in that state, and I feel that then cleared the next day as well. So there's been a lot of clearing, and and it's great. It brings up stuff from our deep subconscious, from our lineage, from everywhere, and for people to clear. What a great opportunity. So yeah, it was.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a interesting adventure.
Yeah.
So yeah, so so there you go. So that's what's been happening. Well, it's really nice to hear from you all about where you've been at and what you're experiencing. So if you've had any dreams or you've had any amazing synchronistic moments, just pop them up for us, because it always brings up some really good questions and points for us to then go on and talk about and contemplate. So, but I'll come back to Marie's dream. Thank you, Marie, for sending in your dreams. So I love this.
Okay, so great. Thanks, Marie. I really am so grateful that people are having dreams, because I'm having zero right now, or I'm not remembering them. So I was dreaming of a baby, but felt different, almost like it was mine. A couple days later, learned my granddaughter is having another baby.
So you're going to be a great grandmother? Is that what that comes to, from if your granddaughter's having a baby? Yeah, it's a great grandmother. Wow, Marie, that's very impressive. It's interesting you say this too, because my friend that I gridded with, what came through was something around babies and whatever, and then she said her daughter had actually had a baby a few months ago, and I said, well, you've got an absolute soul connection with this baby, and we were getting goosebumps. I said, you've birthed this baby in another lifetime, and I feel for you, Marie, that there's going to be a similar sort of maybe connection with this bubba as well, and it's what the soul's telling you. Hey, I'm coming through, get ready for me. So yeah, I'm getting goosebumps again as I'm telling you this. So yeah, there's no such thing as coincidence. So yeah, that's really beautiful. So
and you get to share the wisdom of being someone that's experienced so much with someone who's coming in with a whole new way of seeing this world, bringing in their special skills and abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel that's so important, because as we go into crone energy, these new souls, they've already got that frequency, so they really need that. So I feel that oftentimes this will happen now with grandchildren, great-grandchildren. There'll be this really amazing connection. So with that wisdom already there, I love how you've said that, Nick. That's beautiful. So yeah, it's pretty special. Oh, look at that.
I am multiple times over. I even have a great nephew. Whoa.
Marie, you must have been about 12 when you started having children. That's amazing. Oh, wow. That's amazing. So, yeah, you're a bit of an earth mother by the sounds of things too.
Yeah, you're going to have a big
Now, I didn't know if this was a separate dream, but I wanted to pop this up, and then I want to jump through to what Marie's done with, I don't think I showed it last week or the week before, was with one of her ice plates that she did through her sleep time. So if you want to read that one.
Yeah, was dreaming flat and small rolling hills of soft, beautiful green grass in a full 360-degree view.
That's pretty special. It's almost like a soft landing are the words I'm getting with that as well. So yeah, but so I just want to pop down to now where Marie's actually put up so this one, and I'm going to get the images out. I don't know if we did this, Nick. Do you remember?
If we did, not Marie's. Also, I did put water by my bed and asked for something from my dreams. I did this. On the second night, I did it again and asked for a clearer view. It was interesting to me to show the mountain I had seen multiple times and the water all around the front of it. Amazing.
So this is actually, I might just go into my, oh no, I can do it from here. So let's see if you can see it. I'll just get rid of that so we can actually have a bit more. So there's the mountain, because when my rose came through, it was so absolutely a rose. And so yeah, so looking at that first one, can you see that?
I'm finding it a bit hard, but I'll see if I can expand my screen here. it's just gone dark again. Like
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
can
up
see
the top.
shaping. Yeah.
Yes. And it's interesting because obviously it's triggered something for you, Marie, that because you knew it. And this is the next one, the clear of you. And it is so like looking down, it's like a downward perspective on the mountain is what I'm seeing. Can you see that?
You're seeing the peaks.
Yeah.
Is that
So
what you mean? Yeah.
it's like, yeah, so it's amazing.
Oh, I see what you mean about the 360 degree.
Yeah. And so the perspective is looking down on this mountain. I mean, I think so thank you for sending them through. I don't know if I showed them last time. So
Marie, do you live near mountains like that?
Marie's just moved house as well. So she's just moved. So so then that was what she said there too.
The last water picture was sent was an angel. So any water seems to work, bottled, distilled, and tap.
Yeah. So I couldn't find the angel picture. So Marie, if you've got it, can you send it through to me again? That would be awesome. Thank you. I love you're doing this. You're better than me. I mean, I've had a few interruptions, I must admit. So, but I really enjoy it because you don't know what you're going to get. It's like this surprise while you're asleep.
I know exactly. Yeah, I did buy some water. I thought maybe I need to keep it in case I need to drink it.
Maybe you do. But
Yeah.
I use the purer water, but I'd be interested, like Marie said, I'd like to be interested to actually even have maybe 3 bowls. Do one with tap water, but I bless them. I just do love and gratitude into them each anyway before I start, so that the undines are activated. That's what I do. So
yes, I think that's important to do. So we have another one. Just moved to a small apartment and was trying to figure out how to run surge protector, so not a tripping problem.
Yeah.
Just as I fell asleep, I saw Marshall bent down wearing his red flannel shirt, dark blue cap, hammering in a cable holder to keep cables off the floor. Then the scene switched to a mum and a dad together. Felt love from them.
So Marshall is Marie's husband that passed, and so he often pops in for her. So isn't that beautiful to know we are still protected by our loved ones, through the veil. They are there with us. They actually help us. They want to help us. So that's so beautiful that you're getting literal dreams about being protected and helped. I think that's just magical. So
that is so funny, isn't it? The surge protector with
the surge protector.
Still being a protector in your life. Yeah. And I think we do figure that they're available to us if we invite them back into our reality, and they can be very helpful. We still have to
absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And I'm actually I just got the hit to pull a card for Marie for that dream in particular from Marshall. So yeah, interesting. Okay, let's just have a little look and see what pops up. That one wants to come out. Wheel of Fortune. I love that. So as things move on, he's still going to be with you. So this is like the changing of seasons. And then we've got our Knight of Cups. So this is actually a gentle emotional message coming to you. So these are perfect cards, Marie, for Marshall's little visits to you. So, and it's so lovely that you actually respond to them. And because I mean, how frustrating, well, I don't know if it's frustrating for our loved ones, but if people can't actually, get realize that they're there for them. So that's beautiful. And I think it's really good, as Nick said, it's a really good reminder that we can actually ask them for support and help because they know us and they can see things from such a different perspective. So
yeah, I tend to that concept of fake it till you make it. That's because you sometimes have to trick the programming. It's already in your logical brain. So I often, I woke up in the middle of the night after many sleepless, weird nights that I've had, and we've got a little window seat in our bedroom, and I was just lying there in bed, looking around, thinking, I know there's people in here. I know you're watching me sleep. And I thought, I think there's someone sitting over there too. And so I would just sit there and tune in with the energy. And even though I'm not seeing that entity, but I'm feeling like there's something there, and then I'll communicate because I just feel that, imagine being on the other side going, but I'm here, you just have to ask me. So I I just do this process to help me understand that this can be a reality.
Yeah.
Of course,
Totally.
getting your dreams is much easier because you don't have to
You don't have
filter
to
it.
fight through that. Yeah,
No.
filter it through the subconscious or whatever. Absolutely. So it's so good. It's such a good reminder for us all as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Marie's just saying.
I shall send it again, the
Yeah.
photo. No mountains by me. Some when I was growing up, but not like this.
Okay. Okay.
I actually feel like, to be honest, that you're going to be in mountains somewhere. You're going to end up with that. Mm.
That interesting. So,
Mm.
but yeah. So thank you for all that. That's amazing. So, and Kim had a dream. So let's have a look and see what is going on here.
I had a dream. I was at a parade, and here I went flying again. This time I told two women to come on my back and I would fly them somewhere. Mind you, I'm not a fan of parades.
Okay. So that's interesting. So Kim, what came through for you from that dream? It's great that you're flying, because I know you said you've done a lot of flying in your dreams over time, but having two women that you were taking on your back for this journey, I find that a really intriguing aspect of it. So yeah, so it'd be great to see what you actually got from this dream. So yeah, so let's see. But Nick, do you want to just say what popped into your mind straight up?
Yeah, the two women. I feel the two women are her. It's actually yeah, being in two different bodies, beings, experiences, perhaps. And then if you and that's the thing about, you have that first image of what you feel into it, and it could be completely different. Seriously, Kim, you could see it as a very different thing. It's just that if I got that image, that's what I would be feeling.
Yes, I got that too. Yeah. So
and
you're
then
helping
the second part will help explain it a little bit more. You said I told two women to come on my back. What does a back do? Like, it's a support mechanism, isn't it?
It is.
And then flying. Yeah, so I'd be interested to see what the cards say for this.
Let's have a look and see. Yeah. So because, those two women, they could have been an aspect of you that have got your back, or you're carrying them to actually bring them into a new realization of, and aspects of you. So very feminine. So let's have a look and see. And so I'm getting also that there's a spiritual aspect to this too, because you are flying. There is a spiritual aspect with this. Oh, yeah, I'm getting quite a lot coming through now. Let's just have a little look. Yeah, Page of Cups. So when Page of Cups comes up, it means that there's something new to learn, but it's just a step at a time. It's an emotional wisdom. That fish always says to me, there's some emotional wisdom that you'll be learning, and it's one step at a time. So it's not going to be overwhelming. Oh my gosh, and now you got a Page of Pentacles. So again, that page is just learning something new in reality. So this is you then putting it into your reality, and it's going to be easy because you're just learning it one step at a time. And so I love that both these pages have come up for you with this one. So it's not going to be overwhelming. It's going to be something you go, oh, okay, let me try that now. Now that I feel I've got a different perspective on this, or I've remembered something from my soul. Knight of Pentacles. I love it. So this to me is the messenger card. So something will physically, I believe, come into your world that will be like a message for you that will really consolidate what you are activating and remembering within your spiritual world. So, and sometimes it can come in the form of a synchronization or a book, or it can be anything. So just be very open to receiving that. So I feel that's what's going to happen, for you. So yes, so I love that when I get this confirmation. And sometimes you go, wow, that was so clever. I would never have thought to put it through like that in a song or in this, talking to someone or whatever. So yeah, just trust.
Great, isn't it? It's excellent. What I'd be interested to know what everyone feels about the parade, the concept that she's got the parade in there.
Yeah. Well, what's that song that life is that parade, don't run on my parade or something. It's like we've got our own creation. We've got our own parade that we create and that some people are a part of and others aren't. And yes, sometimes you just want to get out of the parade.
Yeah, I see it as lots of choices, a lot of opportunities. It's and it can seem a bit overwhelming sometimes. and knowing
Yeah.
which way to go. But like Marie said, I feel that intuition is so important right now, is just listening to that, like get out of that head again and get into the heart space, because that's when you'll hear that message for whatever it is. And it might not even be anything big. It could just be something so small, but it's a tipping point for you to move into a different direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And so this is Marie. Thanks, Marie, for this.
I wondered if you're aware of friends maybe struggling and you are helping them.
Yeah, because it can work, both ways. I always believe there's an internal aspect, but then there could be something else going on in your environment as well. But yeah.
This is really interesting. I hate parades. I'm so scared to be in a crowd.
And Kim, I'd love to know why, because, a lot of us are obviously very sensitive and impacted by crowds. I tend to not go out and be around really busy shopping centers and stuff, yeah. So, like yesterday, my friend and I went shopping for some things I wanted to go away with. And we had it done and dusted really quickly because we're both the same. It's like, oh, we don't want to be here. so I wonder if it is that energetic sensitivity that we tend to have. So so I feel like I'm going to be stampeded. Yes, and that can be energetic. So what I do is I often pop a gold bubble around myself, or I bring up my dragon, and then I don't feel so impacted. So especially as empaths, we can be very impacted energetically. You don't even have to physically touch someone to sort of feel it. So I'm not as bad now as what I used to be. I have to admit, it sort of doesn't affect me as much. But it's good to be mindful. And Kim, this could also be another lifetime. This is the other thing. This could be a memory from a trauma that's happened through another lifetime. So me personally, I would take some time out and sit and just go into your heart, open your heart, drop in deeper, and ask that aspect of you to come up and just listen to them, love them, thank them for being there to protect you. And then once, you've had that beautiful communication and you completely owned it, then I just say, I think it's time, maybe you can have a holiday. You've worked so hard. And then I just ask God to come through to release it, and however it comes through to be released is fantastic. And then I just ask, is there anything that needs to come in to replace that? Or is there something that needs to be activated within me to remember? So I would do that. I would do some work with that. So that's and yeah. So sometimes when I go in to actually talk to an aspect, it might come through as a color and a shape. It might come through as a feeling. It might come through as a person or a being, just to show me, and some people feel it rather than seeing it. So however you get it, I'd be really interested to know, Kim, if you do get time to do that, how you go. So that would be awesome. Let me know on either on here or on email. So, and your dragon's within you. So Kim said she needs a dragon, but we have an internal dragon. It is our greatest protector. It's like divine will. So I just ask my dragon to come up, and then I just let whatever it needs to do. I don't say, go and do this, go and do that. Just let it come up. And this happens to me all the time. If people are tailgating in traffic, I go, okay, dragon, come up. Next minute, they've dropped back. Okay. And then I just take it down again. So you don't need to leave it up all the time. So you just connect in again, spend some time contemplating and connecting in with that beautiful inner dragon. You might have more than one. So it's always fun too. It's like, make it fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So this is great. This is why I love when people share, because then we can go into, well, what can we do to actually help ourselves be more connected with that aspect, rather than just trying to sort of push it away. It's there for a reason. It's been protecting in its own way. So,
and that parade thing also represents to me, parade people are showing themselves, they're putting themselves right up in the forefront.
Yeah.
And all very different aspects of it. So I feel that is what's happening through our dreams, is we're being given information so that we can learn from it to move on from it. And really it's about breaking free from all the karma from past lives, from current experiences. Eventually I feel that'll peter off. It won't be as a bigger deal once you move through it. But it's Look, sometimes I think, you know, when you dream and you wake up and you think, oh, I can't remember anything and I'm tired this morning. I feel like that you've probably worked through so much in your dream that you've already resolved that you're not really meant to bring it back into this reality, but you're still feeling the effects of it in the body because it's tied to it somehow. So, yeah, I think we're all having our own parades.
I agree. I think, I believe you're right. And yet, we might be surprised at how similar everyone's parade actually is. So, yeah, it's true. And, and the other thing I love, Nick, that you talk about when we do a clearing in our dream state, if we do wake up tired, that's when I run some white light on myself, or I do the violet flame, which is, and I got told to put the amethyst next to me today. And so I imagine like a beautiful big cave of amethyst under my feet. And then I bring up that beautiful, it's a violet, purpley colored flame. And I can hear it crackling sometimes. So what that does is that clears this dross or this stuff we've released out of our etheric, our energy field. And you run that all the way through and then just let it keep running. It's so beautiful. I do it when I'm driving. I'll do it whenever. So, so Kim, if you've been waking up exhausted, I would be running some white light and then drop into the violet flame and bring that up for yourself and just notice and just breathe and sit and allow it to move through you. So there's just some really simple little energy tricks that we can work with, just to help us to feel a bit more grounded and back in our bodies. So that's
And interesting, Marie, that you brought the amethyst in because I picked up my merlinite here, which is also purple colours through it there, and it's just so lovely. It's I think it's because it's about us weaving our own magic at the moment. We're pretty magical beings in what we're doing. So
amazingly. I'm going to grab my merlinite now that you've got me started. I think this is
okay. Oh, and you've got I just realised, look what you've got in your background. Last time it was the wolf. Look what's in your background on the wall next to the wolf.
Merlin.
Oh, of course.
Absolutely. So this one's beautiful. This is
wow.
And it's got a unicorn and a fairy on it. So that's real magic. Isn't that just gorgeous? Yeah. I think that's merlinite. I think that stone is merlinite.
Yeah, this is very, very raw, but I wanted it raw. Yeah. I wanted it feeling of, yes, we are incredible what we're doing right now. And I think we have to give ourselves some credit for that and return the love back to what we're doing.
Interesting. And it's so interesting because I was doing this little quiz the other day and one of the questions was think of 3 people that you love, like the most, or, that you really love. And the first person up was me. I went, oh, I really love Marie. And then when I read underneath, it was like not very, very few people put themselves down in that list. So this is something maybe that we all need to just tap into and go, am I actually loving myself first before I then let that love flow to others? Yeah. So I think that's a good reminder, a good time to have a reminder about self-love. Really important. Yeah. So because our old patterning can tend to make us into rescuers or carers, and we've got to turn that back on ourselves first.
Yeah. And then everything just comes naturally after that.
Yeah.
You don't have to try and look for something externally. It just all appears the way it's meant to appear in some magical, way. Yeah. And that's Merlin. I see Merlin. There's a strong connection because I think we've all got that Merlin in us, and he wasn't a pushover. He's like the gatekeeper as well.
Very much so.
Don't mess with me. Know what you're doing before you mess with me concept, which is like us regaining our own power first, but then having that magical ability to send it out and soften it and to do whatever we need to do. So be really careful about what you want to do with yourself. So I always say we just go back to the source of it, which is love. And everything else just follows.
It's so true. I know. So I love working with Merlin. Amazing energy. So it's really cool. So
I've never even noticed that. I just realized that right there and there. It's been there the whole time.
I know.
And
And it's funny, I actually moved my desk a little bit for some reason. I didn't know why, but that's why.
Because you can see the chakras on the other side, and that's now out of view. There you go.
Yeah.
It was meant
So
to come today.
that's what happens. That's what happens. So yeah. So
Thanks for the reminder. I was working on that, but totally lost it these past 2 weeks.
And Marie, when we're busy, oh my gosh, it's really hard. You're really focusing on what has to be done physically, especially moving house. It's one of the toughest things we can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. Just what I always say to people is write in your own diary, time out, and book an appointment with yourself. Okay, so that you actually have time for you to do that self-love and to whatever it is that makes you feel joyful or makes you feel revitalized. So yeah, it's so easy to forget because we can get crazy busy when we've got a lot going on with change in our physical world.
Yes.
So yeah, so that's perfect. So now just make sure I haven't missed anybody. I don't think so. So yeah, so is there anything, Nick, did you pull a card this week? Have you done anything?
I did. Of course, the card that I pulled, and it was so where I was at. And you know what? Every time I pull a card these days, it's just confirmation, because when I open the book just to get more clarity about the card, it's always on the page of the card. And it's not like I've had that card multiple times and it's opening up and opening up. So I got the hummingbird again, of course, which was joy.
Beautiful.
And that's the one that I pulled for everybody. I thought I need a card for everyone. And, you know, it's really quite simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. As I often say, when I step into my oversoul, I look down and I see myself laughing at myself, going, why are you taking this so seriously? I take it so seriously. Just relax, enjoy, find something fun to do. And so that thing about joy is being light of heart, which means getting out of here, stepping into here, and this being the driver. So I definitely did that. But I also, before I did that, I wanted to pull some cards from my Intuitive Whispers deck. And I chose, look, I'm not going to read anything because I will just feel into the cards. But so the first card that I pulled was this one. Vulnerability is power.
What number is that, Nick? 39. So that's a 10, 11, 12, 13, 4. That's a 4, which is foundations. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, which is interesting because the next card I pulled text it. But for me, that was like, we are going through all these emotions and the feelings that we've got. The feeling is the thing that is the indicator of our intuition that steps through. The emotions are just a little bit sort of gets caught up in the mind a bit. But being vulnerable to me says, yeah, I'm feeling this right now, and that's okay. And but I'm going to use that as my stepping stone to it's shown me now why I'm vulnerable. And remember, the first thing that might make you feel a certain way is probably not the true thing. You have to dig a little bit deeper down to get to the core of what that issue is, and then you can step into a feeling of like, all right, I've opened that up now. And I think the word vulnerability in Latin means wound or wounding.
Wounding, really? Okay.
Well, I don't want to open that old wound up. I don't want to go back there. But you will have to go back there if you haven't actually dealt with it. And like Marie says, you have to find a way, and then you can send it back to where it's come from, but not before you've actually looked at it.
And felt it.
Felt it. That's exactly right. And then the next card I pulled was number 43. And that to me is the boat, the structure, the foundation. But look what it's in. It's in the waves. And now, just as I say it, the wind has really picked up here. And it's sort of like you've got to allow that solid structure you've built for yourself. It's built firmly. Allow it to be in those turbulent times. It's going to take you where it needs to.
Yeah.
Just don't resist it. And that's part of what being recognizing the wounding as well.
Yeah, just absolutely.
Embrace it. It'll clear itself. The boat is there to steer you in that direction. That's that foundation of moving through that water. And then the last card I pulled was, of course, your soul knows.
Oh, that's so beautiful. And that's a 33, which is a master number as well, And yes, and our soul does know. So sometimes we can drop in and even communicate with our soul and go, okay, what do you need? What are we meant to be doing? You know, what, yeah. So, and you'll get your little external messages as well as internal.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah, I love that. That's beautiful.
I wanted to ask Jasper what
Mm-hmm.
he feels now, because he gets a big overview of everything.
He gets the bigger perspective for sure. Yeah.
And I feel that, I know that, as I said, with those arrows, everybody's in, there might be still people that have got a lot going on, like in that parade, and all the different versions, getting a lot of parallel experiences going on at the same time. But there's a group here that we've come together to try and show the way forward, and what's to come by fleshing out the things that we have experienced in our dream life. I'd like to really know what Jasper says about where this group has come. Like, where are we sitting as a collective?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's a great idea. So I'll tune in and I'll ask Jasper to give us an overview of this soul group, and maybe if there is what it is that we actually are here and doing already, as well as, you know, maybe what we are meant to experience. Okay, so Jasper, can you help us with that, please? So straight away, he showed this beautiful gold layer of like a cloud, but it was gold and it was like really light. And there was a butterfly just hovering above it. So what I'm getting from that is that it's Christ consciousness. So we are bringing through this frequency and anchoring it through, but at the same time, the butterfly to me is transformation, and it's just hovering there, and it's just transforming through this Christ consciousness energy. So as we know, whenever we go anywhere, we take that with us, and we are just seeding and touching people. And you look at where we're all from, you know, we're from literally all over the world. And so everywhere we go, we are actually helping to bring through and create this frequency through ease and grace of the Christ consciousness, is what he's telling me. So, and we're transforming at the same time, but it's gentle. So is that all you want to show us? He's going, yeah, you don't want to know beyond that. Funny. So, you know, that's
well done, everyone. That's such a lovely thing to know. And it is frequency. It is just being there at the right time. It's spreading that light and across, so that it's like a little tickle. It tickles everybody along the way to get to that point where we can all be holding hands together, you know, at the same level, while still having an individual experience.
Exactly. So yeah, so look, it's gold, it's Christ consciousness coming through. So that's but yeah, it was beautiful image he sent through. So thanks, Jazzy. Should we do a meditation now?
Yes, please.
Let's see what comes through with our cards to help us at this stage, and then we'll just channel through whatever needs to come through for us all. Okay, let's see which card wants to come out today. This is always exciting. Which card would you like to bring through? Oh, interesting. I don't know if we've had this one before. 31, peace.
Beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. So whatever it is, so tune into the card, and whatever it is that's standing out for you, just let us know what it is that's touching you, or you can feel or see what vibrations coming through, because I mean, that's the lotus flower. So that's actually, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense, because like I said to you, there's been a lot of rewiring going on, a lot of oversoul connection going on through that crown chakra. So this is going to be really interesting to see what comes through for us today. Let's have a look. I'm just going to tune into it. Oh my goodness, look at the gold light. Look at that. And that's exactly sort of where it's going to is coming through. It's so beautiful. It's so perfect. Can you
spin the card around the other way and hold it up?
That way?
Yes. So that's how I'm feeling it. I'm seeing it differently. I'm feeling it this way, which is that like you just said, that gold is sitting here waiting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
spot on. I love it.
All those pinpricks of light is what's coming out more and more and more and more and more. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So, and especially looking at it this way, they could be fairy wings. It's really, it's so true, that fairy dust, Kim. So, yeah, the world, yep.
That's brilliant. Light sparkles rising up. Yes, exactly.
Yes. Oh, that was clever. That was perfect. Yeah. So, yeah, wow. So let's have a little look and just see what where that one comes from. 31. So it is the crown chakra, which is what I was getting and what we were working with even in our gridding. So, which I love. So the crown chakra is always all about the spiritual awakening, the I am presence, peace, clarity, union with the higher self, connection with the God source, divine knowledge and wisdom, bliss, enhancement of your ability to learn, lightness of being. So, okay, so it is obviously located at the top or crown of the head, and it is connected in with the pituitary gland, just so you know, on the physical level. It is where our soul and divine energy become defined into individuality and reflect our soul's purpose. So with the peace part of it, you've called upon this card today to remind you that peace is available to you in each moment. Peace lives within you and surrounds you at all times, and you are encouraged to connect with this powerful healing vibration of your soul and the universe. Your life may have been feeling out of control and full of stress of late. We've all been saying we're discombobulated. And it is time to stop for a moment and recognize and deeply connect to the peace that lies within you. You may feel the urge to meditate or simply go somewhere in nature where you are able to sit by yourself to feel the peaceful energy that is being offered to you at this time. When you can stop and connect with this energy, it will invoke a deep process of cleansing and renewal, which will make you feel lighter, clearer, and more energized. So we are all striving to find peace in the world, and we don't realize that all the striving actually stops us from truly being in the energy of peace. It is now time to stop and be in the peace that resonates in every cell of your being. If you have asked a specific question, this card is a sign that peace is present and is the answer. So the affirmation is peace exists in each moment and within every cell of my being. Wow. So let's tune in and just see what comes through. So beautiful. I think, yeah, we're going to work with that lotus flower energy too today, I can feel. So
now Kim has, may I say something?
Yeah. Yes, Kim, of course. Pop it in there. Peace of mind. Yes, I think that's the thing. So okay, interesting. So
you mentioned the pituitary gland, and I have an adenoma in my tiny tumor.
Yeah. So, and Kim, I know a few people that have had this, and it can affect, obviously, you know, hormones and all sorts of things, because the pituitary gland holds a lot of it does a lot of work. So, but yeah, so it's interesting. This will be really interesting for you to see, you know, what comes through for you on a clearing level as well. So yeah, let's just go in and see what comes through. So all right, so usual story. If you're sitting, just let yourself be relaxed. Pop your feet on the ground. If you're lying, just let yourself completely let go. Just begin by gently closing your eyes. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, just let yourself drop a little bit more deeply into your being. Another breath in. And this time, take your awareness down into that beautiful heart space, wherever it is for you, your heart chakra area. And see, sense, or feel a white light beginning to birth deep within your heart. Allow this beautiful energy of consciousness to expand through the heart chakra. And as it does, it releases any pain, any trauma, anything that's not of love. And this white light keeps expanding through your whole body, through your very body, your being, your physicality, all the way down through to your toes, until every single cell is vibrating with this white light. It keeps expanding out into the energy field, and as it does so, it dissolves any cords or hooks that are from others or from you to others that are no longer needed. They no longer serve you. This in itself brings through a sense of peace. And now have the intention of connecting in to your oversoul, to your divine being. And as you do this, you sense, see, or feel a beautiful golden light flowing down like a torch is being turned on over your crown chakra. And if this comes through as a white gold light, that's perfect, however it comes through for you. And as it hits your crown chakra, it activates something within there. And this golden light allows a space where it begins to spin through the crown chakra. And this helps to clear any blocks, any karmic pain. And it flows through your whole head, through your brain, through your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, all the way down through your central nervous system, right the way down through into your feet. Allow this beautiful golden white light to keep pouring in for you. And at the same time, your higher self, your divine being, is working and clearing that crown chakra, allowing you more access into that spiritual God energy. And as this is happening, a beautiful lotus flower begins to form at the top of your head where your crown is. Watch it gently begin to unfold its petals. Feel the sense of power and grace within this beautiful lotus flower. And in the center of the lotus flower is the most majestic clear quartz crystal. This crystal is now activated and begins to glow with pure white light. And wherever that light needs to go, within your crown center, within your brain, within the channel coming down with that golden light, it has full permission to do whatever is needed. And if you feel a tingling or a warmth in that top of your head, that is perfect. And now just ask the beautiful angels to come through to help support this opening of the crown chakra and this bringing through of a new sense of peace for you. And this gold light, remember, is that pure frequency of Christ consciousness coming through, helping us to remember who we truly are. And just know that you are peace at any time. You can tap into your peace. And we're just going to allow this light to keep coming through as it is needed. It is all being divinely orchestrated. And so when you're ready, we're going to gently start to come back. You can wiggle your toes. You can focus on your breath. And you can gently open your eyes, bringing back that beautiful sense of peace. Okay, so if you want to share what you experienced, that'd be beautiful. I know it sometimes takes a little bit to come back into the here and now. So, and anyone watching this later, I was running energy at the time. You will still get that beautiful hit of frequency coming through as well. So Nick, how was that for you?
I don't want to put a word to this.
Yeah.
I feel that it doesn't need a word. It just is.
Yeah. It was beautiful. And it was so interesting because when the angels came through, I went, oh, what do you want me to actually say? Notice the angels there? And it was like, yes. I went, okay. So because the angels were really flowing around that beautiful Christ consciousness light. That's what I was seeing and feeling. I went, okay, I've got to bring that through, that energy through, so we can give them permission to help with that as well. But it's our higher self that's doing a lot of this activation.
Yeah, it is. I feel like I get the message, we're not separate.
No.
We're not separate.
Yeah. We're all connected through this light, through these frequencies. Yeah. We're just a different perspective, having an experience and seeing it all from a different place, and yet we're connected. So we're never alone. Oh, my goodness. Thanks, Kim, for that confirmation.
Before you said angels, I was picturing an angel laying hands on my head.
Thank you. And I was told, because I was thinking, I don't know whether to bring that in or not. It was like, yes. I went, okay, I'll bring it through. So, yeah. So Marie, agrees with you too, Nick.
Yeah, exactly. I did see when you were talking about the lotus flower opening up, the unfurling, and it was really bringing my attention to that petal, but that gentle unfurling, and then I saw the hands.
Wow. So you saw hands as well. Isn't that interesting? Mm-hmm. So, and I think that was what Jasper was showing us, was that gold with the butterfly. That was, a big aspect of this too. So this is perfect timing. So that's beautiful. Wow. Well, there you go. So, we're nearly at the end. So I just thank you everyone for being here. We love being a part of this beautiful soul family. And so I won't be, I'm not going to be here for 5 weeks, I think, like I said, but I will, as soon as I get back, I think I'm back like on a Saturday, depending how I'm feeling, I will put it up to do on the Monday for Australia time. I'll just see, and I'll let Nick know and see if she's available. So that'll be like the 30th of, let me just quickly have a look so that people know. So that will be about we're into April, good grief. So 28th. So I know it'll be a week later. So it'll be the 5th of April. No, May, 5th of May. Good grief. So that'll be when I'm back and able to set it up. So yeah, I know, but don't worry, Kim. Hopefully we will do a live with Elisa on the Tuesday morning, which is the Monday night at 7 o'clock in US time. So that'll be hopefully in a week. So we're with Elisa tomorrow.
This is great. This gives us all some space to bring that oversoul into our bodies more, and just listen to ourselves and to be who we're meant to be without interference, and enjoy what's happening to us right now. Because I think it's pretty cool.
Absolutely. And keep a little diary, of what you notice going on, because it'll be amazing then to be able to watch that over this 5 weeks. Yeah. So I know it sounds so far away. It feels so far away, Marie. I might do some little live YouTube videos if I'm somewhere beautiful and special. I might try and jump if I can get Wi-Fi and things over there. Obviously, I have to try and work that out too. So, but I'd love to do that for everyone. Is especially tapping into like anything that's sort of beautiful in nature or whatever. I'll try and pop it up on the YouTube, just a little short live or something like that. So
yeah, that'll be great to share. Yeah. Well, enjoy your holiday, Marie.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited. I feel like I'm going on a holiday.
I know. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for being here, and start doing more of those beautiful, like Marie's doing, like do those beautiful ice bowls, like, you know, so you just have water there, bless it, have an intention, whether it's for your dream or whether it's for your higher self, whatever you want to work with. Pop it in the freezer. Now, they usually say about 20 minutes, but I've forgotten, left mine in there for 3 hours and it was brilliant. So it doesn't matter, I don't think. So, yeah. And then you can have a look at it and photograph it. So that'd be awesome. But I'm going to miss you. I won't miss you all because you're going to be in here. And yeah, we will see you with Elisa, and I'll see you all here in about 5 or 6 weeks. So thanks, Nick, for being here as always.
Love everybody. Remember, stay in your heart. We've got a job to do. Bye.